talk about it. So yeah, so I just decided if I am doing it to other company as a freelancer or as an employee, I can do it to my own company. So ganun. So I jumped on board, started it the first month. Actually, ang puhunan ko dito was only around, just for your information guys, I started with half a million peso. And the first month sale, I made the same sales. Second month, I made around a 1 million peso sale. On the third month, I made around 1.5 million sales. And I don't have employees. I was just doing the selling by myself. So and then it went higher, and then I hire employee, and then I add employees, and blah 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 blah. So right now, we're having around over 100 employees in a course of 1 year. Roughly siguro mga 120, 130 employees both sa Philippines and sa Dubai. Sa Philippines alone, I mean the whole company, in only in 2020, from January 2020 to December 2020, uh, we made a gross sale of 55 million peso. Ang net natin is around 35 million. So I'm sharing this for you to understand how it started. You don't have to tell this to client, but we, in a very short span of time, um, were able to achieve good things by the grace of God. Okay, so yeah, yan ang naabot natin, and marami pa tayong um, gagawin. Only if we sell it right, only if we are sharing the right information to client. Enter. Di pwede dito. Enter. Okay. Okay. So, G2B Solution started in Dubai, and we have our office here at Unit 111, Zena Building, 30th Street, Portside, Dera, Dubai. So, apart from that, we have an office in Bahrain, but it is temporarily closed because of this thing that is happening. And also, we have in Philippines. Uh, I also supposed to fly by Monday, pero dahil mga changes, so abrupt din yung changes ng plano ko, so hindi ko siya magawa. But we are set in opening an office in Philinvest Alabang, and one in Trinoma, para lang muna sa manpa sa ano natin. Kumbaga, yung north and south ng ano, meron tayong office. And there will be more coming by this year. So just watch out. Legazpi starting. I think ang mga team leaders sa Pilipinas ay nasa Legazpi ngayon, headed by the sales manager, si Marvin. Okay, they are there. All you have to do, guys, is plug in your guest, lalo sa mga nasa Bicol ngayon. I think we have to find a way on how we can set this thing done. Na may mga accredited tayong agent from many parts of like the world, many parts of the Philippines. So maybe we can support them, do an event for the company if they are good enough to do the presentation by themselves. Yeah, maybe we can plug in. We can just refer the clients to them. Okay. So note, we are not a manpower or employment agency. The problem in Philippines, that's why immigration industry is a very, very young industry sa Philippines. Na nakakagulat na ang dami ng Pilipino. Philippines is one of the main source of immigrants sa Canada. One of the top countries in the world supplying immigrants having immigrants in Canada. Pero um, Filipinos are not so much aware of that. Ang mga Pilipino, when you are offering them an opportunity to go abroad, the first thing that they have in mind is, agency ba kayo? Um, may PUA license ba kayo? Ganon. So, admit it or not, yan pa rin ang meron sa kanila. Kaya we're being attacked because of that same concept, of the same understanding na meron ang Pilipino. So we are here para baguhin yan, especially when you're selling EIPP kasi it's an employer driven. So they thought that by applying on that particular program, because it's an employer driven, it requires an employer, you are promising them a job, like a guaranteed job. So it's not that simple, and it's not how we do it. So that is why we are facing this problem right now. Okay, um, actually, it's playing in my mind. Um, Gusto ko nga nang gawing endorser si ano eh. Siguro babadgetan natin mga kung kaya sa mga 1 million si Raffy Tulfo, gagawin natin siyang endorser ano. Actually, yeah, si Buya Bunta is one of the endorser of our competitor. So si Buya Bunta yun. So we'll do some other same thing like that. Yeah, I'm prepared to do that. We'll be doing that actually. It's been in my mind the past 2 weeks. How kasi the plan is to go big sa Philippines, especially with business immigration, and the best way to do that is to go on not just on social media, but to for us to be endorsed by a well-known um, maybe endorser. Yeah. So I think there's no other way. There's no better way to do that than having Rafi Tulpo with us. Yeah, and I guarantee it will be done. Okay, so yeah, balikan natin itong we are not manpower or employment agency. Yes, hindi tayo yon kasi we are not registered by the PUA. Our license in Philippines doesn't say the same. Ano yung mga lisensya natin? Yan. So, huwag nyo nang tingnan yung puting buhok. Ano? Yan. Yung matangos na ilong na lang. Yan. Okay, so yes. So dami ng agents natin. If you go on the website, we have doon sa our team, we have freelancers, we have our in-house full-time employees selling the products, selling the services. So these people have been with me for almost 2 years. Yes. Yeah, magto 2 years na. Si Doreen and Deo, they've been with me. Yeah, for almost 2 years. A few more months, and they'll be with. They had spent their 2 years, second year sa atin. And Miss Connie, yes. So there are more. A lot of them have been with us since the days we started. So um, nung ako pa lang, I continuously give them a training on a weekly basis. So ngayon, I hope na it's being done as well. I know there are trainings being done online. All you guys have to do before na master ito ng mga top consultant natin, um, it took some time. It took them like some of them took around 2 years before they were able to really perform the the best sale that they can get. So matagal-tagal din. Pero when they started, they're also making just like what you're making. 2, 3, 4, 5 clients in a month. Um, Ako personally, when I'm focusing on sales. Focusing on sales, I mean, it means um, Yun lang isa yun sa mga top priority ko maliban sa mga ibang concerns ng company. Hindi na ako bumababa sa ₱500,000 na monthly basis pagka tumututok ako. So you guys can do that as well. Hindi pa yan ano, hindi pa yan, yung mga malalaking benta. Okay, so we have the trade case worker sa Philippines. We have few in Dubai, but we have more in Philippines kasi mas mura ang ano, mas cheaper ang office rent, mas cheaper ang pasweldo, and I cannot do that here sa Dubai. Ang mahal ng upahan dito ng office, ang mahal ng pasweldo. So um, it's not practical. It will not help us in growing the company. So strategically, it's better to open an office sa Philippines, and we're behaving more. If you're in Philippines, you would know na walang tayong space sa office natin. It's uh, meron tayong up and down doon like ano to get may ground and the first floor um, na office punong-puno ng empleyado yun, wala na silang mapaglagyan doon. Um, Dati nga nag-morning shift saka evening shift pa tayo, eh, para lang ma-cater yung requirement ng services na ibibigay natin sa client. So, yeah, there's people sa processing department. They started in August they had their training in August, September, August and September they were on training. October na talaga sila nakapag-umpisang magtrabaho. So, hindi pa tayo nag-iisang taon when we talk about EIPP processing. Sa sales, yes, nag-start tayo ng January, pero dahil hindi tayo makauwi dahil sa pandemic, na-move yung yung ah, pagbubukas ng office sa Manila. Okay, so guys, after this is going to be a free uh, session. As an employee, as a freelancer, you can ask questions, things that you are not able to answer sa client. Okay, I'm willing to answer all of them. Okay, so meet our ICCRC consultant, si Dodge Rodolph Chrysler and Buena. He's on salary. We are paying him, so he is representing us sa Canada. Okay, so he conducts training as well. He conducts a free session para sa ating company, para sa mga agent natin. So if there are new updates, he and Miss Christine, our processing head, are in touch. They are sharing ideas, they are sharing informations of the new updates pagdating sa processing and mga bagong rules. Okay, so these are the licenses. So wala nang umaatake sa atin ngayon. Nakikita mo ngayon kahit mga ibang company pag inaatake tayo. They are a legit company or they may be a legit company. They cannot just say that we are indeed a legit company because they don't want to accept it by themselves kasi they don't have the proper license that we do have. If the companies that are are sharing something about us, make sure that they also have the same license that we have. They should behaving or we should behaving an immigration consultancy license. Yan dapat ang nasa lisensya ng mga companies na sa Dubai, nasa UA. Kung may mga kliyente kayo nakakaharap or mag-a-apply kuno o mag-a-apply sa ibang company dahil mahal tayo ng konti o bla 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 bla, So the only thing that you will ask them is, do they have the proper license? Do they have an immigration consultancy license? Kasi companies here that just started, they usually settle with a license that is not uh, equal to the activity. Kaya meron silang mga documents clearing muna, management consultancy kuno, uh, facility management, ano pa ba, mga business solution. So as long as the license is not saying immigration consultancy license, they are not fully authorized. They're not even authorized to conduct immigration consulting. Okay, so the word immigration consultant should be under license. So pag may mga kliyente kayo na mag-a-apply sa iba kasi mas mura or whatever reason they have, always tell your clients to always check their license. Okay. Second thing is we have our HR consultancy. So we are providing job offers sa Malta, sa Poland, and maybe other places. So we have this proper license. Okay. Another license is upcoming in 2 or 3 days. There's a facility management. That facility management would be allowing us to uh, really hire and have them work for us dito sa Dubai or anywhere. So para siyang manpower services. Okay? So we're doing that. In 2 or 3 days lalabas yun. So the reason I'm sharing this with you guys, kung kayo ay nasa Dubai, I want you to be protected by the company. And I want the company to be protected by proper documents. Kasi we are not a company, we don't want to be doing what other companies are doing na they're operating illegally. Kasi nakakatakot yon. Lagi kang natakot na ma-check ka kasi um, pag nasa Dubai ka, pag may problema ka sa license, the client can easily just go to court, go to DED if they know what the process is. Sa negosyo natin, clients are clients when they are starting the process, they are so happy, they're so interested, they are paying. But when they are not getting what they want to get, okay, doon na lumalabas ang ugali ng mga yan. Okay, so I'm not sharing that they are not right. I'm not saying that they are right. So that would depend on how you're selling. If you're selling proper information, then we have nothing to worry about that. But if you're selling uh, wrong info, incorrect information, over promising statements, so that's when uh, we get the problem na kesyo na nga ako ng ganito, ganito, ganito. So, nadadrag ang company. But again, the company is protecting itself from other agents na nagbebenta because they just want to earn commission. I'm sorry to tell that. So, there's a contract that our client are signing para whatever claims they have, the company is safe. Okay, so I will never let anyone hurt this company, hurt the same source of income that we have, that you guys are having, that I am having as well. One thing that I'll be adding up para maiwasan yon is I'm gonna be putting a course a customer care call center kind of thing na after mag-sign up ni client, after na pumirma ni kliyente, yung parang ginagawa ng mga ng mga itisalat or bank loans or insurance, that before accepting the contract, they will first call the client and it must be a recorded call conversation na Nag-apply ikaw po ba 'to si ganito, nag-apply po ba kayo ng ganito, naintindihan niyo po ba na itong program na 'to ay ganito, bla, bla, bla. So, I am planning to do that as soon as possible. Okay, so, para safe tayo, okay? If hindi magwo-work for now ang gano'ng sistema, I think an email, uh, from the customer care department must be sent right away sa client para ma-reinforce yung sinasabi natin na information, yung proper information must be given to client prior to signing them up. So in this way, malalaman natin kung yung agent ay nagbebenta ng tama o di kaya naman naiintindihan talaga ng kliyente yung program na ina-apply niya. Okay? So magkakaroon lang check and balance, sa mga darating na na araw. At that's one thing na nakikita ko. Okay, so, Gail and I are talking and, magkakaroon na tayo ng chatbot. Uh, we're hiring a guy who will be doing our apps. Yung apps na yan will take around 1 to 2 months ata para matapos. Doon sa apps na yon naka-connect yun sa CRM natin. And the same apps may chatbot na yon para doon na nag-uusap si processing department at doon na rin nag-uusap si client. Okay? Para hindi na WhatsApp doon na diretso. So we're investing because again, we don't want this company to go just like that. We don't want to vanish in the air just like that. So everything that we can do, we will be doing it. It must be done because we want this company to grow and, because there are people na umaasa na rin sa company na to. Obviously ako ang pinaka umaasa ako sa company na to. And everything that we can do to make it better, we will do. Okay? Yeah. So next is sa Pilipinas, we have the, Gateway Connect based consultancy. When I check with DTI when I started it in 2019, uh, ito lang ang pwede, visa consultancy. Ito lang meron, walang immigration consultancy. Okay, but yeah, we have the merge permit, but with the we also have a registration like that from the Security and Exchange Commission. So we are now a corporation. Hindi na to sole proprietorship, and it's a corporation. Um, Gateway Connect is now an entity na it's a separate entity. A corporation is another individual. It's a separate entity na. Okay? Yeah. So when the client asks for this, with the things that is happening in the internet, we will be flooding them with all this and with the contract. Just to let you know, by next week, you'll be hearing things how our legal department is chasing these guys who are bashing us and who are disgracing us on social media. Okay? So kaya nga may kontrata eh. Contracts must not be just shown to anyone. It things that are there should not be just disclosed to anyone because it's a contract between you and the company. So, yeah, we're willing. Isa sa mga bagay na pinakayo ko is yung magkaroon ng problema, magkaroon ng away. But if it is threatening the very source of income that we have, then we have to fight back. And we will fight back. Okay? As long as in my heart, as long as that you guys know that the company is doing what we promise. Okay, I don't know what you promise, but what I promise is I will find a job, but it's unguaranteed job. What I will do is just send your CV, and that's what we've been doing with a lot of people working on processing, sending, and making the CVs and everything, submission and everything. I think I'm doing my part. Okay, so yeah, be ready. Mawawala yung mga yan. In a matter of a week time, yung lahat ng mga yan. Pati kliyente natin o mga nasa labas na hindi pa kliyente or bashing us without proper proof, they'll be sorry. So, malakas ang loob natin. Kasi if they are, look at this guys, we've been running the company the past 3 years. We've been selling EIPP the past 1 year and 3 months. There's not even one of them have that what guts to really go on court and pursue us. Kasi kung meron silang basihan na tayo ay hindi nagtatrabaho, na tayo ay nangako ng ganito, na tayo ay walang dokumentong ganito, wala tayong lisensya, matagal na tayong sarado. Lalo dyan sa Pilipinas, lalo dito sa Dubai. The fact that we keep doing this is because we are protected. Yan ang tatandaan nyo lagi. We are protected by the rules, by the documents, and everything, by the law. Lahat yan naka-document, may mga dokumento yan. Okay? So, yeah. So, ang company is focusing on Express Entry and PNP. These are the programs in Canada. We do EIPP, we do work permit, we do student visa, we do business immigration. So there are a lot of programs that we're doing. If you guys are interested to know one of them, just contact our agents. Okay, so bakit Canada? Yan. Ako galing ako ng Canada, and it is, yes, it is just it's very true that the quality of life in Canada is superb. It's very excellent. Yan. So just always tell why people are going for immigration, because of the benefits. Ito yung mga benepisyo na hindi makikita sa ibang parte ng mundo. Permanent residency allows you to do a lot of things and have a lot of things, lalong-lalo na ang free education sa Canada. Okay? So wala kang gagastusan ni Cinco sa gobyerno ng Canada. Pag ikaw nagpaaral ng anak o nag-aaral ka, from the first grade to 12th grade. Pagdating sa university, it's a different thing. You can have what? You can have a scholarship program, you can have you can get a bank loan, you can get a student loan para masustain mo yung pag-aaral mo sa university. That you can do the same when you're migrating right now. Gusto mag-aaral sa Canada, you don't have to pay the same fees that the students are, the foreign students are paying. Gusto mag-aaral ngayon, instead of you can sell this in two ways. Pwede pong mag-aral sa Canada on student visa, o di naman po kaya ay mag-migrate kayo para pag na-approve kayo, makakapag-aral ka ng mas mura sa Canada. For permanent resident pa kayo. Health insurance is free for everyone. Pag nagkasakit ka, libre ang gamutan, libre ang medication. Yan. So, sa mga nanay, sa mga babae, pag nanganak ka, libre din. So, mag-anak ka lang na mag-anak. Next, child tax benefit para sa mga bata, they will get from $600 to $800 Canadian per month hanggang umabot sila ng 18. Depende sa kung saang territory o province sila nakatira sa Canada. Wala tayo niyan. The more na marami kang anak sa Pilipinas, the more na marami kang isipin. You won't even get the support from the government. Okay? So, sa Canada, if you do that, you get support. Unemployment insurance, pag nawalan ka ng trabaho sa Canada, you get support from the government. 65% ng dati mong sweldo, bibigyan ng gobyerno hanggang makakuha ka ng panibagong trabaho. I'm sorry. Yung unemployment insurance is only valid for 6 months. And on special circumstances, it can go as high as like 12 months. Depende yon. Ikaw mag-a-apply nun. Okay? Basta minimum 6 months. 65% dati mo sweldo ibigay ng gobyerno. Okay? Okay. So, yung permanent residency gives you 5 years visa. It will allow you to stay in Canada for 5 years. Ngayon, para maging citizen ka, doon sa 5 years na yon, you are required to stay for 3 years. Okay? So, 3 years na yun, after 3 years, you'll get your passport. Pag hindi mo nagawa yung 3 years, make sure na nakadalawang taong ka out of 5 years. Kasi po nakadalawang taong ka out of 5 years, i-renew ulit yung permanent residency mo and they will give you another 5 years. So you just keep doing like that, hindi mo makuha yung passport mo. Pero pag gusto mo magkaroon ng passport, you stay for 3 years out of 5. Okay? So pagka ikaw ay citizen ng Canada, there are more benefits. Kasama dyan ang North America Free Trade Agreement that it will allow you to enter US, Mexico without having a visa. If you want to study in the US, you don't have to apply for a visa. Yes, you can work in the US as well. Dito kasi may mga tao na gusto ng US, ayaw lang Canada. Paano ba ako makapasok ng US? Hindi kung gusto mong pumasok ng US, hindi ka na-approve sa US, mag-Canada ka muna, hindi saka ka pumasok. Mga ganong bagay. Pension. So, pensionado kayo at age 65. So, magkano yung makuha mo? Depends on what you have paid on a monthly basis nung nagtatrabaho pa kayo. Okay? The more you earn, the more taxes you will pay. So, pag naka-graduate ka naman, pensionado ka na, you'll get more. Okay? Ganun lang yung kasimple. Yes, okay. So, first thing is, find out if you're eligible kung pwede ka ba mag-apply. Okay? So, that's why we're giving a free consultation para maibigyan natin sa kliyente on which program they are qualified. Express entry ba, PNP ba, EIPP, student visa, work permit. So, depends on them, on the profile of the client. So, find out if you're eligible. There are a lot of Canadian immigration programs, pero we don't sell them all. We just do express entry, IPP, RNIP. So, ito yung mga normal programs that everyone is doing. We're also doing the same. Because the other requirements are so complicated. They're so complex. But these ones are not. Okay? So, not everyone qualifies for immigration. Okay? There are skill types that are not qualified from this program to another program. There are programs that they can be qualified, but there are programs that their profession doesn't qualify. So we have the skill type O, A, B, C, and D. Okay, so mostly if you're looking at it, O, A, and B are the most sought professions. Okay, when it comes to work permit jobs, you can skill type C and D, they can easily get one. Next, let's find out what you can how you can be qualified for express entry. So express entry, it's a federal program. It is the only federal program for immigration. When we say federal program, this program will allow you to live anywhere in Canada. Okay? Anywhere in Canada you can stay. Ba't ang ingay? Sino yung hindi nakamute? Hmm? Okay. Okay, so nasaan ako? Sa express entry, ano? Yan. So, express entry, when you are assessing clients, the first thing that you need to do is assess them by or through express entry. You have no basis on many other programs kung hindi mo sila in-assess sa 67 points. Because all these programs, PNP, EIPP, RNIP, everything, isa lang ang source niyan. It's only express entry because it is the only federal program for immigration. Ito ang nagtatakda, ito ang nagsasabi how a person can be qualified for immigration. Then if your client doesn't satisfy these points, then that's the only time that you can offer them other option. So what I'm saying is you should always start with this program bago mo sila bigyan ng other option. Because your client will tell you, oh, ganito yan, ganito yan, ganito yan. Mataas ang IELTS yan, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then, kung hindi mo na, let me just explain first this program and then there might be another option para sa'yo. I just want you to understand this. Because ang punto dito is we have to explore, we have to exhaust all other, all programs that is possible para ma-qualify ka. So, dito pa lang, pupunuan mo yung gap between this program to another program. Yung walang alam si client from this program to another. So, you will give him, you will guide him through para doon sa dulo na intindihan niya lahat and he won't say anything. Why are these things happening? Why are you offering this to him? Okay, so sa 67 points, that client, because yung edad niya dapat mas mababa. Okay, so the older you get, the lower points you have. Okay, so dito pa lang pwede mo nang takutin yung mga kliyente mo eh. Kung gusto mo ibenta talaga yung other program like AIPP. So ma'am dito, hanggang ano, pwede naman mag-apply sa ano sa AI sa express entry kahit 50 ka na, sorry. Pero bokya ng puntos mo. Ma'am, pwede ka rin namang mag-apply kahit ano ka na, kahit ako 41 ako, 6 points ako. So medyo ano na, kalahati na sir yung nawawala sa puntos ko kung mag-a-apply ako ng immigration. O parang kayo sir, parang ano, parang 40 ka na. O sabi natin 39 ka sir. 2 puntos lang. Oh, importante yung 2 points. But mas maganda sir, mas bata. Okay, so if you want to basta alam mo yung ibang program, malalaro mo dito. Sa edad pa lang malalaro mo na ang kliyente. The reason why I'm sharing this is for you to have the understanding kung saan mong program siya dadalhin. Kung saan mong program siya gustong i-sign up. Kasi kung hindi mo alam kung saan mo gusto siya ilagay, ikaw mismo na ahente, hindi mo magagawang ibenta to kasi hindi mo nga alam kung saan mo gustong ilagay yung kliyente mo. Okay? So the higher, the younger, the better. Next, education. So, nag-send ng CV si client, nakita mo na college graduate siya. So, pwede siya rito sa program na to. Nag-send ng CV yung isang client. Nag-college nga pero undergraduate naman. Naka 3 years lang, naka 2 years lang. What are you gonna do with the client? Diba? So, what are you gonna do with it? Itatapon mo kasi hindi siya graduate. Tama? So, dito, you will have your client understood na, ma'am, ito yung edad mo, ito naman yung education mo. Okay? Dito, ma'am, dahil second year college ka lang, hindi ka po pwede. Tama, hindi ka po pupuwede rito sa program na 'to kasi kulang po yung education mo, okay? But you don't ako ginagawa ko 'pag may mga nagre-refund, I explain them these things. Kaya nung isang araw gusto mo mag-refund, manager siya, pero hindi pala graduate. Yung kasama niya, graduate pero waitress. So hindi ako umalis dito sa express entry. Dinire-diretso ko siya. So, naintindihan niya na. So, kasi gusto niya mag-refund kasi hindi naman daw siya naging successful at kasi hindi siya nakakuha ng employer. Admitted naman yung client na nag-submit tayo ng CV ng ano, application niya. Okay, so dinahandahan ko, no? So, dito na tayo sa education. Bachelor's degree, kulang ka, hindi ka umabot, hindi mo natapos. Ma'am, graduate kayo, pupuwede kayo dito. So, yung isa manager pero hindi tawag nito, hindi graduate, yung isa waitress pero graduate. So, sabi ko dun sa lalaki, "Dito sir hindi ka puwede kasi hindi ka graduate. Sa'yo ma'am puwede ka rito kasi graduate po kayo." 'Yan, so ano yung puntos na makukuha mo? Ganito, 'pag graduate ka, ito yung puntos na makukuha mo, 19 to 21 points, let's say. So, laging 21 points na lang. Next, work experience. Yan, so 'pag 1 year kang ganito, 'pag naka 6 years ka, ito na yung points mo. So, dito sir, bilagay ko isa, sir dito qualified ka sana, kasi manager ka, eh. Yun nga lang sa education hindi ka umabot kasi hindi ka bachelor's degree. So, kayo naman ma'am, graduate nga kayo, pero yung posisyon mo, waitress ka, so hindi rin po pupuwede. Dapat maging supervisor ka for at least 1 year. Yan, okey. So since hindi po kayo pumasok dito, dito pa lang ma'am kasi, hindi na kayo aabot sa pointing system. Ma'am, sir, hindi na kayo aabot sa pointing system kasi hindi na niyo na-qualify yung isa sa mga, factors para ma-qualify kayo for immigration. Automatically 0 points kayo dun kasi, um, those things doesn't apply to you. So kaya hindi kayo pupuwedeng mag-apply dito, 'yan. So, saan kayo pupuwede mag-apply? Mamaya po explain natin, bakit EIPP kayo pinasok nung ahente niyo, 'yan. IELTS, nag-IELTS naman na kayo Mark, mataas nga, maganda naman yung IELTS naman. Oo nga po, pero kulang pa rin, hindi nga isa sa mga parameters hindi mo na-satisfy. Ang pinag-uusapan dito kung ano yung sinasabi ng gobyerno, hindi yung sinasabi namin at hindi yung gusto mo. We have to follow what is tawag nito, kung ano yung nakatakda para doon. The rules are set. You have to follow. You cannot have your own rules. Okay, so pwede bang ganito? Pwede ba? No, sir. Kailangan mo ng ganitong level sa IELTS. Pag itong in-apply mo. Dapat dito, sir, level 9 pataas. Okay? Yan. So, para ma-explain natin, yan. Paano, Mark? May kapatid ako sa Canada. Pwede ba ako? May puntos, yes, matutulungan ka. So pero sir kung hindi ka graduate, wala kang magagawa. Kahit may pamilya ka pa doon, may asawa ka doon. Kung mag-a-apply ka ng immigration for yourself na ikaw yung magpa-process, hindi pa puwede yun. There might be programs na puwede kayong mag-migrate pero through your wife, parang gano'n. May tatay ako do'n. Parameter what's required for it to be qualified. These are at adaptability point. Okay? So when we say this is actually not required much. Paano 'pag hindi ka nakapagtrabaho sa Canada kasi sabi dito you pass work in Canada minimum 1 year, you get 10 points, eh, hindi ka naman nag-work dun, eh. Paano kung may arrest employment ako? 10 points makakatulong. Kasi yung arrest employment can be a work permit. Hindi ka nadadaan sa immigration kung may employer ka na dun. You'll pass study in Canada. So, yeah, kung nasa Canada ka at nagpa-Canada ka na, kung hindi, wala ka. Yung asawa mo nag-aaral sa Canada, puwede. Kung mono partner nag-work sa Canada, so itong mga adaptability na 'to, papasok dun sa ibang program, hindi sa experience class. Yung kanilang experience class, yung mga galing na ng Canada o nasa Canada na nag-process para maging immigrant, yung mga naka-work permit o naka-student visa. Okay, your spouse or common law partner have a relative in Canada. Ang dami niyan, ang dami tayong kliyente yan. Yung kapatid kasi niya nasa Canada na. Yung nanay niya kasi nasa Canada na, siya lang naiwan dito. Gano'n talaga. Hindi ka qualified sa ibang parameters. So you cannot do it. You cannot have it. Yung spouse mag-a-IELTS. Paano kung dalaga? Paano kung binata? Paano kung hiwalay na? So these things are not really that important when it comes to express entry. Okay, so were able to find out kung qualified na si client. Ano naman yung mga dokumento na kailangan niya? Problema sa immigration, sa express entry program is napakataas ng proof of funds niya. Dito nahihirapan ang mga kliyente. Sabi natin qualified yung clients mo. Very qualified sa express entry. Pero, Mark, saan naman ako maghahanap ng 12,000? Kaya ko magbayad ng 100,000, pero yung show money ko na, let's say ako, apat ang anak ko, sa asawa ko. Anim kami bale, halimbawa, $30,800. Kung 40 ang palitan, that's 1.2 million. Sandali lang, may tumatawag. Hold on. Mish, I'll be in your office in 45 minutes. Yeah, along with my wife. I will do, yes, no problem. I'm sorry? Okay, so, yeah. So, itong dito sa proof of funds, dito kasi ang kliyente, pag in-explain mo sa kliyente to, dito pa lang mapaisip na siya eh. Mark, wala ba ibang program? Pwede ako kasi mataas ang pondo eh. Wala akong masyadong pera para sa proof of funds. Saan naman ako maghahagilap ng perang pwedeng utangin? Well, if ganun lang kasimple. Pag hindi po kayo wala po kayong pondo, hindi po kayo pwede mag-aral. Kasi when you migrate, dapat you should be able to support yourself financially. Hindi ka pinapunta ng Canada doon hindi ka tinanggap ng Canada para maging pulube, maging palamunin ng gobyerno ng Canada. You need to be supporting yourself. Kaya ka nakapasok sa program na to. Mark, may iba bang program na pwede ako dyan? Hindi dyan eh. Qualified nga ako, maganda na ang trabaho ko, pero wala namang titira sweldo ko. Hindi makakapag-ipon. Kahit pa magalang ako mag-English, wala eh. Walang pera, alam mo yon. So, parang sinasabi ng kliyente, no? Kahit pala nakapag-aral ka, nahirap pa rin magkapera. So, paano ko ba sabihin? I think lumaki ako sa kalye. So, um, ano yung pagbebenta, guys, no? Sometimes it can be learned, but of course, everything happen through learning. Pero if you have that experience nung bata ka pa, how you do things, nagbebenta ka, mayab I don't know kung may kayabangan or whatsoever. Pero kung ikaw yung tao na nasa kalye ka or you've been hanging out with a lot of people, I think selling is just an easy thing to do. Tama? Yung mga lalaki diyan na madami naging girlfriend, napakadali lang magbenta. You're able to sell yourself, man, right? Ganun kasimple yun. Ah, yeah, madali lang magbenta, I'm telling you that. But you just need to know the craft. You just need to know what you're doing. Yung in and out, para kung saan pumasok yung program ni kliyente, may ibabato ka. Ganun kasimple yun. Okay? So, since walang pera si client, hindi po kayo pwede rito sa, ano, sa, posibleng hindi po kayo pwede rito. O di naman kaya, you encourage the client. Actually, ma'am, itong pera na to ay pwede mo namang hiramin sa kaibigan mo, sa family mo, bla bla bla, bla bla bla. Mm. Yung iba kasi may family na tutulong, yung iba wala. So may family na tutulong, so madali sa kanila 'to. May mga kalupaan sa kagubatan na ibebenta nila. Oo, meron siyang mga kung ito yung gusto niyang program, especially nung wala pang mga ibang program na proof of funds. Okay, next. I hope isa sa mga bagay um, na hindi naiintindihan ng mga kliyente. Okay, so we'll be attacking a little bit yung other companies who are just focusing on express entry. Okay, yung 67 points, majority of the clients can be qualified. Okay, majority ng kliyente natin qualified. Mga ka-67 points yan kahit pa 40 years old yan. Okay, kasi normal naman yung ano napakadali ng 67 points for you to be qualified. Ang hindi nila alam, meron pang second round ng pointing system, yung tinatawag nating CRS, Comprehensive Ranking Score. And most of the time, this is not being explained by companies. Okay? Hindi ito na-explain ng mga company. Kaya, yung nagbebenta neto, I'm not saying nang-scam sila ng client. But what I'm saying is, since ito lang ang pinirmahan ng kliyente nila, dito lang sila tumututok. They don't explore other options, other programs where their client can be successful. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi, uh, pag hindi ka, pag mababa yung IELTS mo, mababa ang CRS mo. Ang problema ng mga kliyente, lagi, lalo pag Pilipino, mababa yung IELTS niya. Mabuting ibang lahi yan kasi yung education niya mataas. 12, grade 12 yan. Tayo, grade 10 lang tayo. Yung mga bata ngayon, yung mga bata ngayon, naka-grade 12 siguro. But I'm not sure kung graduate na sila at meron na silang 1 year of experience. Pero most of the time, at this point of time, wala pang ganun. So majority ng client natin, grade 10 lang natapos. So doon pa lang, mababa na yung qualification nila against sa Canadian equivalency. Tapos pagdating sa IELTS, hindi naman lahat ng graduate magaling sa English eh. Oh, tama? Hindi naman porke nakapag-aral ka sa magandang eskwelahan sa Metro Manila, gano'n ka na kagaling mag-English, minsan talo ka pa nga ng taga-bundok, eh. Tama, do'n sila namomroblema ngayon pagdating sa IELTS. That's why sa second round ng pointing system, yung sa CRS, kasi there's a draw that happens like twice a month, minsan nga tatlo, kita mo yan, November 20, November 20, November 20, December. So may dalawa lagi and a month. Maximum ito, may apat to, pero iba-ibang program. May PNP, okay. So may draw that happens twice, thrice a month. Na doon, ano yung mga puntos na tinatanggap, ano yung, pag ito yung points mo, ano yung pinakamababa dito? February, sa express entry, anong pinakamababa is 468. December 23, 2020. So yung mga kliyente na ako ng 468 pataas, they get an invitation to apply. If they don't get, if their score is less than 468, they will not get an invitation to apply. So since hindi nakakuha yung mga kliyente nila, okay, I'm talking about companies now or just focusing sa express entry. So yung kung kliyente mo, let's say meron kang 1,000 clients and none of their client are getting 469 points, wala nang gagawin yung company na yun kundi sabihin si client na mag-retake po kayo ng IELTS because that's the only thing that you can do. Oh. Hindi sila maghahanap ng trabaho sa kanila because an extra thing that is an extra expense. Tsaka hindi naman yun ang pinangako nila. Ang pinangako nila is ito yung process, kailangan mo magkaroon ng ng ganitong score. So, wala silang reklamo, walang matatanggap kasi hindi nga naman sila nagsabi na na may other programs na ganito. Why in many places, in many companies in the Philippines, no one is selling AIPP? Because very simple. It requires a lot of employees. It requires a big hall to cater those employees. Samantalang pwede naman sila mag-open ng express entry na lang para wala na silang gagawin. Hanggang doon lang. Pag mababa yung IELTS nila, hindi na aabante. So, this kind of thing, guys, ito yung ginagawa ng mga companies diyan sa Pilipinas, kahit din dito. Meron din mga companies bibenta ng other programs like AIPP, but the question is, how many employees do they have to sustain and to give the services that is due to the client? That program of IPP is a difficult program to sustain your employees and sustain the companies. Okay, so kaya it turns out na yung mga company magfo-focus lang sa express entry kasi pag hindi lang nakuha yung mataas na score, wala na silang gagawin. They will not explore any other program possible to client. Okay? They are not even doing PNPs. Okay? So tayo, lahat ng na-approve natin na visa ay express entry clients. Nagkaroon ng nomination through PNP program sa kanya. Kasi ginagawa natin yung diretso. Okay? Yeah. Sinong gumagamit pa ng ibang unstable eh. Okay? So next. So sa ang gagawin niyo dito, alamin niyo yung CRS score, you guys can already nakita na kung paano ko ito ginawa. If not, you can ask your senior consultant. If your client doesn't qualify on the express entry requirements, you need to keep showing this. Itong CRS tools na to. Kasi dito mo siya makukumbinse if tama ba ang express entry sa kanya o hindi para sa kanya. Okay? Kasi dito may i-present mo din ang PNP program. Yan. So, pag mababa, 468 ng CRS, 467, nothing will happen on that application. Hindi na abante. Hanggang matapos ang 10 taon, 5 taon na pag-aantay ni kliyente sa express entry na yan, wala kang magagawa. Walang magagawa si client. Okay? Yan. So sa atin, what we do, okay, so bukas magbabago na to, na iba naman yun ng presyo. Okay? So sa pricing, hindi mo natin discuss. Ngayon, CRS mababa. 67 points hindi kaya. Ano yung posible para sa kanya? Hindi siya makakuha ng CRS na tumas na kailangan. Hindi siya makakuha ng 468 points pababa, pataas, or 470 kung ano yung requirement. Anong punto, anong kailangan natin? Ang possible option, simple lang. PNP program. Sa PNP program, you'll get, sorry. Sometimes it requires the job offer, sometimes it's not. So, dadaan ka pa rin express entry. May mga program na hindi nadadaan ng express entry, like Manitoba, merong mga ganon. Saskatchewan, dadaan pa rin, pero you can directly go ahead with the expression of interest. Yan. We will slowly be tackling those programs. So, anong option natin? PNP na lang. Sa PNP program, ang PNP program dapat graduated is the same requirement with express entry. Okay? Ayan. Okay. So, dito kasi, balik ko Dito sa PNP nomination, meron tong 600 points. Wala lang dito sa presentation. Pag nakakuha kasi ng nomination sa government ng Canada, sa provincial government, that automatically gives you 600 points. Ang CRS naman is only 1,200 points. At ang draw is minimum lagi ng mga 470. So right away, kung meron kang 600 points through nomination, tapos na ang usapan. Pero nabigyan ka ng nomination because of your previous requirements, education, experience, IELTS, yun. Okay? So always remember that. Okay. So I don't have to go ahead with the discussion ng EIPP program. You guys already know this. I'll just break for like 1 minute and then I'll come back. Then we can ask questions. We can have a open discussion. Hold on.
Worker, gain citizenship, be a Canadian, and enjoy Canadian benefits.
Okay, so hindi ko na itutuloy yung ano, babalik tayo. Hindi ko na itutuloy yung presentation ng ano, ng AIPP because you keep doing this every day.
Ikaw na, ikaw.
So the reason why I started with those things, para lang ano, gusto ko kasi ang maging flow ng presentation ganito na. So I want the team leaders, the sales managers, senior consultants to have the same PowerPoint, and the same PowerPoint will be used by everyone. Para hindi tayo nabibigyan ng butas ng mga kliyente natin, why didn't we offer other programs right away? Hindi na-share sa amin. So somehow, it's a good thing not to share. But at the end of the day, clients deserve full information. Para sa dulo, and actually it will help. It will help a lot para makapag-decide ang kliyente saan niyang gustong program. Do you guys have questions?
Hi, Mark.
Yeah.
May tanong ako. Meron
Bro.
akong isang kinakausap ngayon na kliyente. Mukhang napaso yata sa ibang company. Anyway, without having to mention the name, ang case niya kasi, para siyang, I think, cashier yung in-applyan sa kanya. Cashier yung kanyang profile. And then, pinasok siya sa, I think, pinasok siya sa express entry. Tapos wala din yata sila makita for AIPP. So ang sabi ng kanyang naghawak ng case niya, siguro case officer yon, na hintay-hintay lang daw muna kasi wala pa daw makitang tawag dito. Kailangan munang makakita ng opportunity na swak the profile niya under daw PNP. Tama po ba daw yon? Ibang ano siya, ibang company.
Oo, tama yun bro. Kasi every now and then kasi ang PNP program, ang ano, okay, ang PNP may mga listahan din ng qualified profession. Okay, na nilalabas sila o na subukan natin
Sige.
Deo. Okay. I-share mo nga to bro. Naka-share ba to?
Yes, boss.
Nakikita nila tong Google?
Hindi pa, boss.
Hindi kasi ako marunong.
Yan, boss.
Halimbawa, subukan natin bro. Sagutin natin yan. Dahan-dahan. Isa-isa natin. cic.gc.ca, no? Ayan. So, to back up lang yung ano. Ay, hindi ito bro.
Ito, boss.
Okay. So, DCRS.
Anong nahanapin mo, CRS, boss?
Ano yan? My website.
Back delete lang. Yan.
Ayan. Okay. So immigrate tayo Alam niyo naman na siguro kung gamitin to. Yan. So provincial nomination. Apply. How the provincial nominee program works. Down there, nandito yung mga provinces. Let's say, let's go with anong gusto yung province, bro?
Saskatchewan yan natin.
Okay, sige, let's try Saskatchewan. Okay. How to apply. Okay, dito sa SINP, meron international skilled worker. So, pag nandun ka na, okay? Worker with Saskatchewan experience, pag nagkapag owner and operator, entrepreneur, so international skill. Tingnan natin to. Ayaw ba to? Ayaw pa ma'am to nito.
Ayaw.
Wala.
Or kahit hindi na lang Saskatchewan, bro.
Hindi, hanapin natin. Hindi maganda to eh.
Pwede dito sa search.
Hindi, laging may link yan bro. Hanapin natin yung link na yan. Paiba-ibang website eh. Update lagi. Okay. Occupations in demand or express entry will be able to submit an expressive interest. Sa occupations in demand, okay, you live outside of Canada, not a refugee, score a minimum 60 points out of 110 points. So meron din sariling pointing system ng SINP. So
Right.
pupuntahan din natin itong SINP na to. Yan, ano yung pointing system niya? Yan, so dapat maka 60 ka out of 110, no? Yan, so kukompute din natin to, bro.
Right.
Yan. So, kaya, ang iba may pointing system, ang iba may mga occupations in demand. Dito sa sa occupations in demand ng Saskatchewan, kung ano yung qualified professions express entry, yun din yung qualified sa kanila. Yun ang maganda sa Saskatchewan ngayon.
Right.
So, maybe that company is right na wala pang kasi marami tayong kliyente din. And as I kept telling, lahat yun hinahanapan natin ng program kasi at the end of the day naman magbabayad sila ng 5,000 dirham additional pag nakuha na silang nomination. We don't have to ask them. Yung mga express entry clients natin, and especially pati yung mga EIPP clients natin who have a better chances sa express entry plus PNP. Kasi ang naging problema natin, yung mga client na nag-apply ng EIPP, gustong-gusto lang yung EIPP kasi 5 bands lang. So, hindi mo sila may apply ng express entry. And obviously, they cannot go ahead with the PNP program kasi you cannot create a profile, an express entry profile for them kasi hindi nga qualified dahil sa baba ng score. So, pero yung matataas, inilalagay natin doon. We don't need to ask them actually. Hindi natin kailangan tanungin yung mga kliyente. Ang processing department already knows na pag may kliyente maganda ang result ng IELTS, they are contacting directly. Na-meet ko yung mga kliyente na dito, pinakilala sa akin, sir, ito, EIPP client na ito, pero maganda ang profile niya, maganda yung ano niya sa IELTS niya, ito yung score niya. So, tinawagan sila, pinapunta ng office para i-offer ang
Entry.
Express Entry and PNP programs.
Hmm.
So, yeah, maybe, ang question mo is tama ba yun? Tama, yun ba yun, bro?
Oo.
Oo.
Kaya-
So, yeah, pwede. Kung yung company na yun ay talagang ano. Ang apply niya, anong apply niya?
In-applyan niyang program.
Program. Oo.
Meron yata siyang express entry. Gusto ko nga makita eh. Pero parang ayaw
Oo.
niya
So,
pa.
hanggang doon lang. Hanggang doon lang. Ang companies, bro, kasi kailan lang naman tayo nag-offer ng express ng EIPP. This was just last year. So, ganun din naman ang ginagawa natin kasi hindi nga kaya ng manpower.
Mababa yung kanyang CRS, parang 384 lang yata.
So, pagka depende pa sa trabaho yun. Kasi meron tayong isang aplikante dito na nakakuha ng 300 points. Pero sa Alberta yun, nasa listahan siya ng Alberta. Kasi every now and then, nagbubukas, nagsasara ang isang province for a particular designation o profession. So, nagkataon na yung kliyente na yun ay is yung trabaho niya, in-apply siya sa Alberta. 300 plus points lang yun nakakuha ng nomination sa Alberta.
PNP. Tama.
Oo,
Okay.
PNP. So, ang ano bro, yun ang advantage natin. Bakit meron tayong EIPP? Kasi itong mga kliyente na ito na hindi nakuhanan, mababa yung CRS, mababa yung CRS nila, hindi may apply ng EE, hindi may apply ng PNP. So, the other option is to look for employer, which is an expenses talaga. Biro mo nagbayad, alam mo, yung kliyente natin nagbayad ng 5 dirham. Ano bang contract niya? 2 years, tama? Yung bang 5,500 na binayad ng kliyente natin ay sa kayang bayaran yung 2 taong sweldo ng processing. Tingin nyo?
Hindi.
Hindi eh. Di ba? 6,500 dirham ang binayad ng client. Kasya ba yun para magpasalo ng isang tao na magtatrabaho ng files niya for the next 2 years? Hindi yung kaya. So, kaya itong program na to, bihirang yung offer. Kasi nga, masyado yung expenses in maintaining employees. Pangalawa, they would rather stick with EE and PNP rather than going with this program.
Kaya advice ko sa kanya, kung tutulungan ka naman nila, kung talagang baka may program na lalabas na matching sa profile mo, edi dyan ka. Kasi tanongin mo din kung may additional pay yon. Kasi pwede ko naman siyang sabi ko, pwede kitang presentahan, pero klaruhin mo muna kasi ayoko naman na kumbaga saklawin, agawin ko siya. But sabi ko, klaruhin mo muna. Pero pag decide siyang hindi na siya ayaw na niya doon, edi welcome naman dito, wala namang problema.
Tama bro. Wala ko sa gustong sabihin. When it comes to client, yung EIPP, na-abuse ng mga companies na tulad natin at na-abuse din ng client. Gaya natin, I think 100%. We are the biggest company sa Dubai and lalo sa Pilipinas na pumasok sa program na to at talagang nakabenta tayo ng maganda. Pero, yun, exploit naman natin yung program. Pero, we are giving back the proper service na binibigay natin sa mga kliyente. May mga konting glitches tayo, pero the submission is always being done on a weekly basis. Yun ang pinangako natin. So, side naman ng kliyente, Nami-misuse o na-abuse din naman yung idea ng EIPP na maghahanap ng employer na para bang ipinangako na natin ang langit at lupa para sa kanila para guarantee yung employment na ibibigay, which is hindi. So, kung yung mga ahente na bago sa company, understand that our job is to just send CV. It is never and it will never be our job to guarantee a particular employer sa isang mga aplikante natin. Kasi if it can be done, and noon pa, wala nang tao sa Dubai, wala nang tao sa Pilipinas, ando na lahat kung guaranteed ng employer.
Tama.
You just need to know what to sell, how to sell, what are the proper words to share to client. And ako naman, pa nakakausap ko yung mga nagre-refund ng client dito, I sat with them and explain everything from A to Z. Ito yung mga programs na pwede ka, pwede. And if we have to compromise for a little kind of thing na pwede natin may ambag sa kanila, I have no problem with that. Ang gusto ko lang naintindihan ng kliyente ano yung program para hindi sila nagsasalita.
Right. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, and there are many companies, thank you bro, welcome. There are many companies na nag-offer din ito, pero isang submission nga, walang ginagawang submission eh. Punta mo sa WWACS, meron tayong mga bagong employees dito. WWACS is a big company, 30, 40 years old company. They made billions of dollars in the business. Pero they cannot do this. They are just taking the money of the client. Ganun din. Ako, I'm taking pride in what we do. In the services that we are providing to clients. We are not perfect. I admit that. We are on our way, making all the things better para sa client. But again, I'm taking pride that we are doing what we promised to client. And that is only submission of CVs. Kung AIPP in-apply nila. I even have job offers ngayon na $30,000 only for 30,000 dirham only for what's this? Food service professionals, workers. Pag nasa restaurant ka, food service industry ka, I have a lot of job offers for 30,000 dirham. Ang kita natin, ang kita ng company doon $3,500. 3,500 dirham. But the point is that the reason why I don't want to do it kasi we can guarantee the job offer, we can guarantee the LMIA, but obviously no one can guarantee the success of the application. Walang makagarantiya na ma-approve ang visa niya. And again, it will boils down to us, it will come back to us, magbubumerang na naman sa atin yun. Kasi ang kliyente hindi niya maiintindihan yun. Maintindihan ng kliyente is in-offer mo siya, pinagbayad mo siya, at may chances na makapunta siya ng Canada. Hindi mo na pwedeng sabihin na walang chances kasi the fact that you have submitted an application in the government debt, they change all the documents that is required. Hindi naman tatanggapin ng VFS yan kung kulang yan. Is the fact that tinanggapin na yun, you have given the chances. Ngayon, ang kliyente, pag na-decline yun, hindi niya maintindihan yun. Maintindihan niya lang, maalala niya is yung resulta ng application na de-decline, it's because nag-apply sila sa atin. Correct? Tama ba? Walang sumasab.
Tama.
Oh. Ito nga 5-5 lang ang sigil natin, hindi sigurado, pero nagtrabaho tayo. Ang resulta pareho lang. The client is dissatisfied. At the end of the day, pag hindi nila nakuha yung gusto nila, they are dissatisfied. So, for me, who cares? Wala naman ako sinabi sa yung ganito. Ang trabaho ko lang, mag-provide anong kailangan mo, base sa gobyerno ng Canada, nagaling sa gobyerno ng Canada, para lang tanggapin nila yung application mo. Ano yun? Job offer, LMIA. Yun, ganun kasimple. Pero yung visa, hindi ako nag-approve nun. But sa kliyente, that's not what it's not their thing. So, hindi na ako magbebenta ng job offer na yun. Ang dami sana eh. 30,000, 30,000, mura sana. 30,000 dirham lang. Which is what? ₱500,000.
Tama.
Okay.
Kaya,
Eh,
tama.
doon nga sa 5-5, nagreklamo na eh.
Kaya,
Hmm.
ang sales din, dapat alam kung ano yung sasabihin. I mean, in a way, kasi syempre talagang, kung ako titingnan ko, game of chance talaga to eh. Diba? At saka,
It is.
oo.
Hmm. Well, mamaya andito ka bro, no?
4 ba? 4 or 5?
4. So guys, we have a new update para maitaas natin yung puntos ng CRS ng mga client at makakuha sila ng higher chances of getting employed sa AIPP. Dito pa lang sa Dubai, we were able to tie up with a company na nasa Canada. They are doing a certification, licensing ng teachers, licensing ng nurses, licensing ng engineers. So, if we're able to pull this off, na habang nag-submit tayo ng applications sila sa mga employers, we're doing side by side, you know, horizontally ginagawa din natin yung yung licensing nila. So, pag na-approve yun, yung ma-license nila and everything, may add natin yung sa profile ng client, then chances of getting hired is there. Tataas din yung CRS nila kung medyo mababa sila sa CRS points. That's an extra 25 points as per that person who is doing it. Pero pag-uusapan natin yung i-discuss pa natin yung singil doon. The good thing again, no company is doing that in Philippines. You know that? Walang gumagawa niyan. So again, tayo naman mauuna. And I think good people are being sent to us to offer this kind of services.
Tama. Tayo lang.
Hold on. Ayun. So may tanong pa. Magtanong na kayo kasi kayo nagbebenta eh. Pagka nararatal kayo pag may mga kliyente kayo na pupunta doon sa mga forum tapos hindi kayo makabenta. Ngayong naggaganito tayo, hindi kayo nagtatanong. How you will sell effectively if you don't do that? Saan yung mga question dito? May question? Wala naman, no? More.
Kulang sa akin, Mark, I think klaro yung senior mo kanina about CRS saka yung 67 points. Kasi minsan, like ako, I speak for myself, parang doon, at some point, nung nagsimula ako, nung naintindihan ko siya, or na hindi ko pa masyadong naintindihan, akala ko yun na yun. Pero, siyempre, it varies pala kasi siyempre maraming exigencies pala yung CRS na yun, depende kung ano yung draw sa buwan, tapos kung ano yung lalabas ng mga averages, ganyan. So, depende rin talaga kung sino yung mga qualified candidates who will be ranked versus dun sa mga malalakas sa loob ng CRS system. Tama ba ako?
Yes. Ang problema nun, they are not sharing it. The companies that are providing this services, like what we're doing, they're not sharing it to client. Kasi pag naging honest sila sa kliyente na, makikita ng kliyente na, ang baba ng CRS ko, 300 plus lang. Paano ako makakuha ng nomination? Paano ako makakuha ng invitation to apply? Hindi nila ako mag-a-apply. Mag-a-apply lang ako ng ibang program siguro, student visa, kung may pera yung client. Pero kung walang pera si client, they would not dare to apply. They would not rather do it. They for sure will lose the money. Anong option? Wala silang option. Kung yung walang offer ay IPP yung client. So this thing you guys need to know para pag nakakabalitakta ka sa kliyente mo, alam mo bakit ganito, bakit ganon. Any more? O kahit mga 4-5 lang. This should be a discussion, guys. Oh, Cherilo.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sino
Pwede
yun?
magtanong,
Sige.
pwede po magtanong about doon sa ano, yung saan po manggagalit po yung 67 points?
Aha, okay. Ma'am, ikaw yung taga Abu Dhabi, no?
Opo.
Yung kay Imo, kung kilala mo ako si Mark Bass. Nag-chat tayo before.
Kilala po kita.
Okay. Yun, ma'am. Bibigyan namin kayo ng training. May training naman. Medyo mahaba-haba yun kasi yun yung naunang presentation ko kanina, yung 67 points. I'll make sure that you'll be having the training maximum tomorrow para lang sa team ninyo ni Ronyas. Si Ronyas kasi nasa Bicol na. So we have a new, kilala mo Sep, si Ronyas, no? Kilala mo. So he's with us. He's gonna be working with us.
Nice.
Tutulong siya sa operation ng Visayas.
Congrats.
Nasa Bicol siya ngayon. Sumama sa bumiyahe na siya kasama ng kapatid ko.
Wow.
Wow.
That's good.
Congrats.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So
Hmm.
ano yun, ma'am? Ganun na lang, bigyan ka na ng separate training kasi mahaba-haba yun pag
Opo.
Guys,
Sir.
Pero ano lang, experience, IELTS, education, experience, IELTS, saka sa edad. Galing po yun doon. So, any more?
mas
Meron ba
meron
sa
question dito
meron-
sa chat box.
Hi,
Sige.
Sir Mark. Hello, this is Josephine Gutierrez.
Sige po, Miss Josa. Josa.
Yes, you can call me Josa. Sir,
Sige.
we have a lot of applicants, di ba, under AIPP. And then I'm aware as well that we are being attacked in social media.
Yes.
And parang kasi as tawag dito, nagpe-present ng AIPP. So, di ba,
Mhm.
meron tayong mga pine-present every day or every kung meron tayong mga schedule. So parang ngayon parang aminin ko kasi marami nang nagtatanong kung may mga napaalis na ba sa gateway. And then as I remember, I think last month, parang meron tayong positive client na under AIPP na aalis. Although hindi pa rin siya natutuloy na makaalis ngayon, di ba? And as you have mentioned, we don't have to overpromise the client na they will have a job under AIPP. Can you tell me how can we present it na hindi magiging overpromising sa mga client? Can you give me some point? Kasi alam ko naman for us,
You
sa
just
akin,
have-
sa side ko, kung na hindi ko naman na overpromise yon. So we just
Well,
have to tell
ganito
them that
lang
we're
yan.
just gonna send CV.
Yeah, as simple as that. Simple lang to, Miss Josa. Simple lang ang gagawin. Pag tinanong ng kliyente, may napaalis na ba kayo? Wala pa po. Kasi nag-start lang po kami ng processing ng October. So October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months pa lang po. Naghahanap po kami ng mga employers.
Okay.
We don't care if they sign up or not. Ang trabaho lang natin is mag-present. They sign up or not, they sign up good. We have a client. They don't sign up. It's not bad as well. We just have to keep going. We don't overpromise to client when we just magsasubmit lang po kami ng CV, yun lang po ang gagawin namin. Ganun lang naman kasimple. And who knows, ma'am, baka sa pag-submit natin ng 5 clients in a week, 20 clients minimum in a month, makachamba tayo. Oh, and anyways, ma'am, kung ito lang naman ang option na para sa iyo eh. Otherwise, ma'am, mag-apply ka ng student visa kung may pera ka. Otherwise, ma'am, mag-apply ka ng express entry kung graduate ka. Kung hindi ka graduate, di wala kang pag-asa. O, bastusan na to. Hindi naman bastusan na gano'n. I'm just saying na You just have to wake up the clients na this is the only option that is for you and this is only what we can do.
Okay.
Oh, bakit ka mag-EIPP, ma'am? Kasi hindi ka pwedeng bakit ka mag-EIPP, ma'am? Kasi hindi ka pwedeng mag-PNP, ma'am, kasi may edad ka na. Ma'am, kasi yung education mo, hindi akma. Yung IELTS mo kasi, ma'am, hindi pwede. So the reason why I've shown you the first thing, kasi you want to sign up the client to EIPP, siraan mo sa express entry, siraan mo sa PNP. Hindi mo siya sinisira na way na hindi siya mag-apply, na magiging scam. I don't know what the right word to say, pero yung disadvantages niya, which is a real thing, yun ang sasabihin mo about it. So wala siyang option. Kasi ma'am, ito lang option na titira sa'yo. EIPP lang ang pwede ka. Wala nang ibang option. Kung ayaw mo neto, wala na kayong magagawa para sa'yo. Kahit saan ka pumunta, walang makakatulong sa'yo. As simple as that. If I'm talking to your client, I would be saying the same.
Thank you, Sir
Boss
Mark.
Boss, makisingit po ako. But just to let everyone knows din, no? Kasi meron tayong last time na pinalabas, kung matatandaan po natin, yung client ni Mads. Actually, endorsement na po yun. So, hindi natin din pwedeng palabasin na as in wala pa tayong successful na naipa-process. Though, yung client na yun po is nasa endorsement na. Kung makaalis yun, edi pwede natin ibilang na nakaalis. Kasi po, alam nung tao yun. So, I guess,
Yeah, but
bilang sa isa.
I'm not aware of that much, pero hindi pa siya nakakaalis. Kasi ang
Opo,
tanong, may
hindi ko po
napaalis na ba?
Yes po, but in later, like I don't know kung anong buwan yun, ipinalabas po kasi na nagkaroon na siya ng, sorry sa word, hindi pinalabas, talaga naman, na nagka-job offer na siya, and as of this moment, as we speak, nasa AIPP endorsement na siya. Is Mads client, kahit anong mangyari, client ni Mads yun. So, may mga nagtatanong kasi tungkol doon. So, it is point one. At least meron po tayong pwedeng masabi.
That you can share. I'm not so aware of that.
Kasi si Joshua kasi
hindi man ako nakikialam sa processing.
Very well. Tapos biglang okay, talaga naman na last year lang tayo nag-break through dyan sa AIPP. So talagang nandun pa lang tayo sa moment na naghahanap. Ang mahalaga, naghahanap.
Ano kasi yan eh.
Here lang po.
Ang Mark, okay lang if I offer my perspective.
Sure.
Oo, kasi lalo na kay Miss Josa. Ano kasi yan eh, no? Yung AIPP being employer-driven or job offer, yung kasi yung attractive. Totoo, that is an existing program. But again, I mean, and of course, sa mga presentation natin na nakikita, hopefully nakita mo na, nasundan, na meron talagang, or if you go to the website, itong mga 4 Atlantic regions, meron talagang ano yan, mga designated employers. Totoo yan. And it is also true that they are hiring, di ba? But it's also true that some of them are not hiring. Wala tayong hawak doon. Kaya ang ginagawa ng Gateway Visa, ng processing natin is apply na ng apply every week, hoping na may kakagat. Kasi the program is there, but there is no guarantee na, oy, join ka, bayad ka dito kasi bibigyan ka namin ng job offer. We don't say that.
Yeah, can I add to that? Ako muna. On that note, lagi ko din sinasabi sa kliyente, ma'am, meron tayong 3,000 employers sa designated employers. Ano bang trabaho mo, ma'am? Halimbawa, na engineer ako, Mark. Let's say, ma'am, meron tayong 200 employers sa list para sa mga engineers na katulad mo. Ma'am, yung 200 employers, ilang buwan lang natin? Kasi last time, isang buwan na June nag-apply yun eh. Kasi June pa lang, dahan-dahan na tayo nagsisend ng mga CVs, yung nagre-repan ng isang araw, kliyente yan na Daniela. So ma'am, kung sinasabi niyo nag-apply ko ng June, nakita niyo naman na siguro few months after that, nagsisend na tayo ng mga CVs ninyo. So, pag naubos natin ng 1 year, halimbawa yung submission para doon sa mga engineers na yon, let's say in few months, naubos na natin yung para doon sa mga profession mo, hinto na ba tayo sa pag-submit? Kasi designated employers ang pinag-uusapan natin lang dito, AIPP lang. So kung meron lang tayong 100 employers para sa designation mo, after sending it to 100 employers, our job is done. We don't have to keep sending kasi paulit-ulit, isang employer lang daw, ilang employer lang naman. So anong ginagawa ng kumpanya? Lahat ng portal, bumibili na tayo ng mga portal, nagsasabi na tayo sa mga portal, lahat ng mga posibleng employer sa buong Canada na labas na sa kontrata natin. Hindi na AIPP yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. Buong Canada na, nagsasubmit pa rin ang kumpanya. Nagsasubmit ang mga ang submission team natin. That's why the clients, your clients are getting interviews sometimes, or meron silang mga submission na check nila sa email nila, nag-submit sa Alberta, nag-submit sa ganito. And some of the clients, maingrato pa, nagre-reklamo pa, bakit kayo nag-submit dito? Hindi naman to designated employers. Oh, hindi pa nila naiintindihan yung they're not so thankful of what we're doing. So when you have clients like that, you tell them, magpasalamat nga kayo, ma'am, kasi nagsasabit na ang company kahit labas sa designated employers. Hindi lang, kung pag-uusapan natin designated employers, baka 2, 3, 5 buwan tapos na ang kontrata natin kasi wala nang employer para sa inyo sa designated employers. But again, the company is working on many employers in the whole of Canada. And we take pride on that. Ikaw na siya.
Nawala na ako. Okay na ako.
Power.
Diyosa na, sinasagot ba kita?
Pero Tim,
Yes,
tung
I
tinatawag
can
kasi
say-
an agent meeting. So, you can ask whatever you want habang nandiyan si Boss Mark.
Kaya kung kayo hinarap ngayon, nakaplano na to. Bago pa yung mga ranting na yan sa Facebook kahapon. This meeting has been planned a week before, like last week pa to. Kasi I want to take things right on a proper manner. I'm going in 3 minutes. You guys have to ask me questions now. Otherwise, sa ano na lang ako? Sa tawag nito?
Well, Sir Mark, with everything that you have mentioned and with the explanation of Sir Halandoni, I can say we're on the right track naman. With the team ni Ma'am Cheryl, I can say that we're doing the right thing and we're saying the right words dun sa mga client na nagjo-join ng webinar namin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Mark,
Josa.
mauna ako ha. Permission to leave.
Bata
Sige,
ka
I
pa.
have 2 minutes.
Sir, itatanong ko
Yes,
ulit.
ma'am.
Sa 72 units po ba, okay dito yung ITIA program? Sa
Anong
education po.
EIPP?
ITIAP.
Ano yun?
ITIAP. Extended tertiary, yung mga nag-aaral ng, short.
We have to check that with the processing department, ma'am. Wala tayo sa processing. So, papacheck natin yan.
Sige po, thank you.
Kindly send ano na lang, message sa group. Kasi nandun ako sa group nyo eh. So, para hindi natin
Okay po.
makalimutan.
Sige po, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. So, kung wala kayong tanong, itong mga nasa Pilipinas, parang maraming alam to. Yung mga nasa opisina dyan walang sumasagot. Walang magtatanong.
Boss, may mga
Sheena,
question
wala
po
ba
sa
tanong
chat
mga
box.
tao mo dyan?
Sino po si Ma'am
Sheena,
Lucila? Boss, may tanong po si Ma'am Lucila sa chat box.
Anong tanong na yan, boss? Ano na lang ako, sa cellphone na lang ako kasi babahin na ako. Meron ako yan. Meron ako niyang ano mo. Paano,
Ma'am Lucila, gusto mo ikaw
Andali
mag-discuss?
Dito ka na mag-zoom.
Andali.
Yung sa ano na ng boss.
Okay lang naman, ma'am.
Alam ba? Alam ba dito yung ano? Link.
Sino po ang senior consultant mo, Ma'am Lucila? Camila, okay. Since si Miss Camila po ay full-time employees, ma'am, po pwede niyo po ako i-approach directly. Apo, we can discuss this. Ang question kasi, boss, is paano mag-register para makakuha ng commission? Pag nag-a-apply po ba, saan mag-fill up ng application?
Okay. So, may training, may bootcamp, may hindi ka basta makakapag-ahente, ma'am, kailangan mong mag-bootcamp muna. May certification na binibigay para
Yun po.
para makapagbenta. So may online training, online bootcamp na ginagawa si Miss Connie being the sales manager and the rest of the team na para makapag-accredit tayo ng agent.
Mag-ano po tayo, ma'am? Pwede po tayo mag-Zoom mamaya para po meron kayong overview po kung ano po yung mga dapat yung attenan. Salamat po.
Yeah. Any more question? Sheena, anong tanong ng Pilipinas? Wala bang tanong kahit isang ahente dyan?
Hello.
Yes, Miss Sherry.
Yes, regarding po ito sa kapitbahay ko, kasi yung kapitbahay ko po, dati po nag-try din, nag-work siya dati sa Saudi Arabia, tapos yung isa niyang dating agency na trinay niya sa kagaya po nating gateway na nasa Dubai din. Tapos yung situation naman daw, kaya parang natakot siyang mag-join sa kasi yung daw dati niyang in-applyan, parang gumagawa ng nagsasubcontract sila, parang agency type sila na tapos so paano ko i-assure siya na kumbaga yun, parang mawala yung mga doubts niya about
Hindi malinaw sa akin ang tanong, ma'am, kaya hindi kita masagot ng maayos.
Pasensya na po. Yung isang agency na kinuha niya dun sa Dubai, natakot siya kasi sasubcontract sila. So parang at the same time employment agency sila para dun sa Canada. So parang natakot siya dun sa una niyang trinay na kagaya natin na company.
Okay, so sagutin ko muna yon. Sagutin ko yung side ng company na yun, Yung company, ma'am, bibihira yung company sa Dubai, o kung meron man, isa, dalawa lang, na may direct employer sa Canada. Lahat ng company dito, o kahit laging merong contact sa Canada, pagdating sa work permit, pagdating sa employment, laging meron taong na-involved sa loob ng Canada na nagbibigay ng mga job offer. Walang direktang tayo. Wala tayong direktang employer sa Canada kasi we are not there. O kahit pa nasa Canada yung company, merong mga recruitment, iba ang lisensya ng immigration consultancy, iba ang lisensya ng recruitment consultancy sa Canada. And sa Canada, bawal kang maningil ng pera para sa work permit. So ang punto ko dito, ang gusto kong sabihin sa iyo, dalawa lang naman yan, ma'am . You don't have to convince your client to go ahead with us or with anyone. If they want to get stuck on where they are, huwag silang magtiwala. Either way, your client or our client has to trust somebody. Either it's us or other company. Simple as that. Very plain. Ganun lang kasimple yun. When they don't want to trust anyone, they have to do it by themselves.
Okay. Ayun, kasi gusto ko lang tanggalin yung mga doubts nung iba na hindi tayo ganun. So, syempre dahil bago pa lang po ako, hindi ko din alam kung anong sasabihin.
Yeah. Thank you for attending, ma'am. Lagi ka mag-a-attend kasi hindi tayo ganun in God's name. In God's name. In God's name, hindi tayo ganun. And we will never do what they're doing, what others are doing. Ang punto ko lang kaya tayo nag-uusap ng ganito so that the process, you guys would understand the process. Kasi without understanding the process, hindi rin kayo makakasagot ng tama sa kliyente ninyo. And then lalabas na wala tayong alam, lalabas na tayo ng gogoy ng tao kasi we don't know what we're talking about. So walang company, ulitin ko, walang company, bibihir yung company na may ang pwede lang makagawa niyan, may opisina sa loob ng Canada, yung company na nasa Dubai. So because they might have direct access with the employers. Pero kung walang opisina sa Dubai, walang opisina sa Canada ang employer mo, ang company, so bumibili lang yan, nagta-tie up lang yan sa mga companies doon. Eh ako may yung nagpaalis sa akin nung nagpunta ako ng Canada, last mga 2018, 2019 sila yung nag-supply ng job offer sa atin.
Okay po. Sige po. Dahil anyway, marami po kasi nandito po ako sa Batangas by the way and marami po talagang kumbaga prospect po ako dito kung sakali. Yun. Thank you so much po.
May tanong pa?
Boss, naka-share screen ka pa.
Ha?
Okay na.
Oh. Tanong na kayo. Paalis na ako eh, pero habang nasa biyahe, you guys we can still discuss. Tanong na, Joy, tara na. Mami. Tanong pa kayo, guys. Yeah, we're going. Let's go. Tanong na kayo. Wala na ba? Ha? Tapos na tayo? Hindi, wala na nga. Tapos na to. Eh, bakit nandito?
E di i-end ko na po.
Wala nang tanong? Information team na sila.
Opo.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.